KJ, nice to meet you.
Hey man, nice to meet you too, bro.
Congrats on this latest movie of yours. I thought it was great.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Had you ridden a lot of motorcycles prior to joining this project?
Yeah, I learned how to ride. I learned how to ride before I started working on it so that I could ride. And then I fell in love with it. I love riding now.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of scary, but so power to you. But yeah, it was great. I mean, you nailed the role. And, your character Wes has some wonderful moments in general, and especially with, Camilla's son in the movie. And I was
Mm.
curious, being a dad in real life, like, do you feel that maybe changed or impacted your performance of Wes at all? Or maybe just your acting, in general? I was curious.
Yeah, I think so. I think, you have a kid and you're immediately opened up to way of seeing the world and seeing yourself. And it definitely has an impact on the work as an actor. You're dealing with human experiences. I feel like it definitely has an impact on that. It's crazy, before you have a kid, you hang out with kids and it feels a little weird. I don't know, like interacting with kids.
Yeah.
And then you have your own kid and you start seeing kids around and you're like, oh, it's just a kid, I was scared of kids before I had a kid.
Yeah, me too. I have a 1-year-old now, so,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so One Fast Move, I mean, it's a great movie about motorcycles. There's another movie that came out not too long ago, The Bike Riders. I was curious if you've seen that movie, and if curious if you had any thoughts on it, with
I haven't seen it. What, have you seen it?
it's great, but One Fast Move is also good. So I was just curious if, you had any thoughts
Cool.
on it.
Right. No, I haven't seen it. I need to see it though.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, in One Fast Move, you're acting alongside the iconic Edward James Olmos. And I was curious if you, learned anything, from osmosis or just in general, working alongside him. What was that like?
Yeah, man. Working with him is, man, he brings so much gravity to the scenes and to the whole story. It was very important to have a character and an actor like him that could bring that gravitas and pull everyone together. He's a very grounded human being, and you're very much forced to listen to him when he speaks in real life and in front of the camera. Just very grateful to have done that with him, and to have had his contribution to the story was great.
Yeah, of course. And Eric Dane, of course, playing your dad. I was curious if you had watched, Euphoria or Grey's Anatomy before, joining him for One Fast Move.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, I remember, sometimes, I can't remember if it was my sister or my parents watching Grey's Anatomy. I feel like everyone had Grey's Anatomy playing at some point in their living room.
Yeah.
It was. And so I knew who he was 100%. I'd seen him. And I think this story is so great because, he's played some great characters since Grey's. But I just love what he did with Dane. Eric is such a charismatic person in real life with such a big energy. And it was important for Dane to have that similar kind of magnetic charisma. And you hate him, but you love him, at the same time. And Eric is so good at finding that balance.
Yeah, absolutely. And, what was I think what do you think was the most challenging part of playing Wes? Was it the motorcycle riding, the training going into it, or was there something else about the role that you thought maybe was more challenging, like about?
Yeah, it's interesting. Challenging isn't really. I mean, challenging is an interesting word. It definitely wasn't easy, but it definitely wasn't difficult. It just felt perfect. The process I'm talking about, and
Yeah.
I think it was more exciting, and that feeling of excitement of being able to play a character that that you feel so connected to, and that you want to just give as much truth to as possible. And I feel like by doing that on this project, all I had to really do was just be open to what was happening around me. And I feel like that's what kind of happened while shooting this movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, great. Well, thank you, KJ. This was wonderful. It was very nice to meet you, and congratulations again.
Thanks, Will. I appreciate it, man. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.